Hey, so what's up guys? So it's your boy Vidola back in today's video. So this video is now kind of more of a story. So it's basically story time. I want to break down where it all started from up to where I am right now in my trading journey, right? So this is now just all from my real story. I want to be so transparent enough, of course, for you guys to really learn from this. You know, it's kind of inspiration and motivation, of course, to you guys. Okay, so we are going to start straight away. So it all started in 2019. So that's when I started seeing these ads about trading. But then by then it was I would see the ads of binary options, you know, these things of futures options. So that's the first time, because I was literally looking for ways on how to make money, you know, make a living. So that's how I actually knew about this thing. So in the meantime, I started off with these things of binary options, installed the apps on my phone, did some demo trading on the applications. But it was kind of gambling, you know. When you trade, you're losing it also. I had to settle down and find another option. So that's when I actually now got to learn about trading. So guess what? I found this on YouTube. So I bumped into one of the traders. I think he's South African, and he was a millionaire. So I was like, I think I can also make this, you know. So that was the first thing that actually came to me. So when I found out the South African young millionaire who was actually making a living from trading, I knew it was my time to shine. So you guys can see that. So that's how now I started up. I really wanted now to know what trading was. Now initially I actually thought that maybe this is a gone chance. This is real, like this is real. I thought that maybe this can't be done in my country, or maybe I need to set up a Forex bureau to do this thing. So I was really worried. But yeah, I gave it a try. So first things first, I had to learn. So guess what? So I got into learning. So I started off with babypips.com. I guess most of you guys really know about that website. So I started off with my learning process. Learned a lot of things from Baby Pips, learned a lot of stuff from YouTube. So I felt like I was good to go, you know. That's how I really learned most of my trading. I basically learned everything from YouTube and then Baby Pips. So now that was the process of learning. But yeah, of course it took time, you know. It takes time to master the basics, to master technical analysis, to master fundamentals. So all that really took time. So that was December of 2019. Now we were getting into a new year. So that was about some good time, about 3 months I think of learning. I was literally learning a lot, understanding a lot. So I started off, of course, with my demo trading on my demo account for some time, of course, practicing. But of course, when you're in a demo account, you feel impatient. You want to make the real money, bro. So that's the same thing that happened. So I remember I just traded on my demo account for just a few weeks, you know, a few weeks. So I felt like I really wanted to go on my live account and start trading. But did I even have the money to start off my real trading account? No. So it was time, of course, to look for some money to get into my real trading account. So what happened was I reached out, of course, you know, the closest person, and that was Mom. Can I get some money off and start trading? So I told her that I just needed about $10 to start trading, but that wasn't realistic. So I remember I got some $10, just $10, and that's about 36k Ghana shillings. That's so less. So I remember I placed my first trade. I was really feeling so happy. Woke up at around 4, got on my phone, opened up a trade on gold. I remember I didn't even get into profits. I actually got into losses, almost lost a half of the account. So that was my first trading experience. That was my first trade on my real account. But yeah, it was just $10. So I remember I just made a few profits off that and then lost it all. So that was my first account. But why? Remember, I just left the demo account because I was really feeling so, you know, like happy, like I want to also start making money, you know. And of course, those are some of the things that most of the beginners pass through. Like, you want to quickly go to your real account before trading on your demo account and mastering what you actually going for. So that was the first thing. So I felt like, okay, this just happened. I need to start, I need to deposit more money. So I really don't even know how I was basically getting this money, but I actually had just a few online hustles. Like I was doing this and that, doing some freelancing, getting some, you know, some small money off funding my trading account. So you guys can see the experience. So I was basically getting some money off from my freelance jobs. I was writing articles online, doing this and that, like many internet hustles, putting in my trading account. So I remember now I would really do those multiple deposits, but very small, you know, like I was basically trading on smaller accounts. So that's the time I was actually now watching more of the videos on how to grow small accounts. I was really gaining some experience on that. So some days I would even trade on my $15 account, push it to about $40 account. I don't want to withdraw. I feel like I want to keep growing the account. I blow it all, because whenever it would reach a given milestone, I feel like, yo, this is now big. Like I want to open up bigger lot sizes, and guess what? It's all gone. So basically, like that was the experience. I would literally be through the same stuff every time and again. Facts, I really blew a lot of money. But yeah, it was all basically small accounts, $15, $20, or maybe $30, something small like that. I put in my account, trade, get a few profits, blow it all. So now I was looking for the magic, you know, the magic pill to consistency. But yeah, guess what? I was trading on small accounts. That's the first thing. Then I'd quickly bumped into real trading. I had no mentor, so it was time now to come back to that drawing table and learn what was actually missing. But facts are, I had actually learned how to you know, like kind of flip or grow the small account. So now I came back to the table and I was looking for the medicine. You know, how am I going to really make it up in this business? Now that's when I was actually, now it was approaching time for school. Like I was getting ready to go back to school, my first year at university, but trading was really taking all my focus. Like I really saw a future in that. So I was basically planning on becoming, you know, a bigger trader, the best trader. So I was basically putting all my focus into trading. So yeah, so guess what? So we were approaching school. I had no money, but now I came back to the drawing table. Like I really wanted to know what was missing in my trading journey. Like, what's happening? You know, I need to know. So first things first, I evaluated all my mistakes. So I really knew, I saw that I'd actually learned almost all the things. Like I knew technical analysis, I knew fundamental analysis, like the news events. Like I was equipping myself with knowledge every time I would get that, you know, like I felt like I needed to learn more. So I was basically learning more and more. But yeah, so I found out I was trading on a smaller account, and small accounts a bit hard to grow if you have this mindset of, yo, even when I'm in profits, I'm going to leave my profits running. Like I want to get a bigger amount from something small. Like I had that mindset of wanting to get a big fortune from my small account. So you guys can see a point. So that was it. So those accounts really blew me up, because summing it up, I really lost a lot of money in those small accounts. So the main points that I actually saw was I was trading on smaller accounts, and then I had no mentor. I'll tell you about that in a few. I had no mentor, I was trading on smaller accounts, and then I was kind of greedy, making money, letting it to keep around, and boom, it's gone. Yo, so that was it. So now it was time to go back to school. So we left for school, got a course, but didn't have any interest in the course, like, because I'd really found out that I could make a future in this. So I was basically now looking at focusing and making all I can from trading. So went for school. That was my first year, my first semester at school. So the first 2 weeks I would be seated behind, of course, like I'm focusing on my phone, trying to place trades, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, most of the classmates, most of the mates in the class didn't know about this. Like, so I would sit behind, get on my phone, I'm looking at the trades, trying to place trades while we are in the lecture room. You guys can see that. So now look. So that was about the first 2 to 3 weeks at school. But like, these things were so difficult. Like I wasn't really ready to keep in school for all the 4 years, and after the 4 years go do a 9 to 5. You're like, no. So didn't tell about my parents that I was planning to leave school or something like that. No. So what happened was, now this was the tricky part, and the risk that I'd never taken. This was really big. So I paid off some tuition to a school initially, but then we had a balance. So the balance was about $250. I asked about 900 or about a million, I don't know, something like in Ugandan shillings, like the local currency in here. So it was about $250. But yo, that was big money to me by then. So I really wanted to start off with that. So that's the tricky part of it all. Now, facts are, I wasn't even scared of taking these risks at any point, because I remember I would even be working alone. I'm like, I want to invest at $250 in here, because like I want to be somewhere different. Like I don't want to keep here, you know, like I don't want to keep here. So that got me the tuition. So it was about $250. So guess what happened? Got the money and it was time for the risk. So listen to this. So I got the $250, deposited it in my trading account. Trust me, like I was feeling so happy. Like I knew this was the time, you know. So I didn't even wait. When the money got on my phone, went straight and got it into my trading account. So I think you guys can actually look at some of the clips. These are some of the clips when I actually deposited the money in. Like I deposited the $250 in my account without any fear, yo. So now, after depositing that, like I had no fear. Like I was ready to take any risks, like all that kind of stuff. So back, like I was in school, I was staying in the hostel room with my roommates, but they didn't even know about this. They didn't, like, because I wasn't showing any stress. Like I'm not even scared of this, you know. But I don't recommend this to any of you guys. You know, this all depends. Like it depends on how you want to approach things, like the risk you are ready to take. But that was my part. Like that's the risk I personally took. So getting my money on my trading accounts, like my roommates would see me every time on my computer, like on my phone, placing trades, but no one knew about this. And I guess when some of them actually watch this, they will now realize that I actually used the money to trade. So back in the hostel rooms, now that's when I would do the trading, when the guys have actually left for school, going to the lecture rooms, get on my phone, start a few trades, you know. But now that's when the sense of fear started kicking in. You know, when you open that trade and you know that's the only money that you have, it hits different. So I remember I opened up a few trades on US Tech, I think it's called NASDAQ. Yeah, opened up a few trades on NASDAQ. It's so volatile. Like you open up a smaller lot size, but then you see either the profit or the loss becoming so big just in a short time. I think that I do have the clips, because I remember I would be recording those clips. I'm like, I know I'm going to be somewhere different soon. I do have those clips, so you guys can actually take a look at these clips in here. So those are some of the clips that I was actually recording. I was trading on my tuition money, yo. Like that was the tuition. And guess what? So the first trades I remember took a few profits, and then the other trades took a few losses. But I was so conscious. I knew all the risk management plans. I knew everything, you know, like everything it takes. So it was now all upon me to really figure this out. So I was now trading, of course, on the tuition money, like, but now I was making some profits and then making a few losses. But remember, to me it was kind of a bigger account, guys. Like it's $250, and I was basically trading those US Tech. It's called NASDAQ, NAS 100. So you know, like even a small move can get you into bigger profits, big moves, you know. So I remember one day I was seated outside. Guys were in the lecture room, so got my PC. I guess you and my classmates remember. So got my PC, got my phone, grabbed it, went and sat outside like alone. Got on my computer, so I was trading NASDAQ. Like I was trading that pair. I think it's an index, right? So I opened up a trade. I think it was about 0.05 lot size, but just know it was a sniper. Like I knew this was really super. Opened up a lot size of 0.05. My account was about, I think, in a drawdown, I think I was about $200. I'd lost about $50 already. So I opened up that position and had to let the position run. Like I knew, because that was the only way out. If I panic, I'm either going to close with a loss or with a smaller profit. So it was now all up to me. So I opened up a position on NASDAQ. Had to let the position run, yo, like let the position run. So remember, it's Nasdaq, like it's 100, Nas 100. Just a small move, you're in bigger profits. Like, so I was just basically watching at that pair. So I had to let my trade run for about an hour, and guess what? Coming back, like the trade had gotten me into bigger profits. You guys can't really know how I was actually feeling at some point. So I came back to my computer to check that trade. Of course, my heart is pumping, like I've either lost almost half of my trading capital because the stop loss was also big. I was just at a risk. But yeah, to my analysis, I knew that trade was actually going to go into my direction. So guess what? So returned to my phone. For the trade was in about $250. Oh my goodness. So I basically doubled my account in one NAS 100 trade. You guys really can't imagine this. So the trade that I'd actually opened up, I had to leave my phones and do my stuff, because I knew if I'd kept on my phone, of course, I would have either gotten pressure, like it's NAS 100, you have opened up a bigger lot size on your small account, you guys know the risk. So coming back, my trade was super deep in profits, $250. So that made my day. So got my computer, of course. Now I was now feeling a bit relaxed, but of course that was just the beginning. $250 plus the 200, that's about $450 on my account. But facts, that was some big money to me. I was literally walking on them heights. But yeah, so I was feeling so happy, like I feel at least I've started off my journey, like I'm heading somewhere so promising. So now of course I still wanted to know like the key to consistency. So I got into these YouTube videos of saying you need to invest in education, like you need to get a mentor, all kind of stuff. So facts are, of course, I really needed a mentor, because it's a bit so hard to really make it in any business as long as you do not have a mentor. Like, I'm not trying to force you like to get mentors, but trust me, it's required. So now I found out that maybe I needed a mentor, because from my past trade, even before my bigger my bigger trade, I was making profits but then losing it all. By the time I opened up the NAS 100 trade, my account was in a drawdown of $50, and guess what? That's a bigger percentage of my trading account. So I was looking for the key to consistency. So I found out that it's better to get a mentor. Like, get a mentor who's going to guide you through the mistakes maybe he has gone through, how he has actually been consistent in this business. Like, you guys understand my point. So I really wanted now to get a mentor. So I remember got about $150 and paid to a mentor, and guess what? The mentor wasn't even in my country, not even in South Africa or anywhere. No, he was in the US. Paid off, and the lessons were basically on Zoom. Like, I was literally getting lessons on Zoom. But now I knew all my analysis, I knew fundamentals, I knew technicals, like I literally knew everything. But now the main point was like with my psychology, like, why do I make profits and then lose it? Like, why is it that I make smaller profits and make bigger losses? Like, why am I not consistent? So had to take me through that, like, to really learn what exactly has to be done. So like, now that I was really now growing, like polishing my journey, now I was getting ready for this. When you learn the key to consistency, you are good to go. It means even if you make your smaller profit, you will be ready to keep going. Like, that I've made this profit and next time I'm going to make this profit. Like, you are so consistent. Like, you are in this type of, I've made a profit, like tomorrow I'm making a loss, profit, loss. So like, you are inconsistent. So when I got the hacks now to consistency, it was now my time, like, move ahead, like to blow up, like to shoot for stars. So so by then now I started doing some YouTube videos. Like, I was now showing you guys on how to flip smaller accounts, because I'd done that in the past. Like, I was now sharing some of the ideas on YouTube, as you guys can see in this screen recording here. So like, I was basically bringing in some content, of course, for people to learn a few things from me, learn some things. Now, going back to my trading account, remember I'd taken off now $150 I'd given to a mentor. So now it was now time to grow the account. It was now time to really grow the account. So guess what? So it was about $300. Now $300 in the Ghanaian currency, that's big money, bro. That's about $1 million. That's about $1 million. So On my $300, like I really wanted to risk something small, and of course make something reasonable, you know, because my goal was to grow the account. So I remember I was basically trading now these pairs, GBP USD, GBP JPY. Even when the guys would be in the lecture room, I'm just seated outside on my phone, like watching them trades. Now I remember one day some of my friends came, was like, what's that you're always watching? I was like, this is like I be trading, like this is what I do. So that guy laughed, like he took me for granted, yet it was actually my time. I guess if he watches this video, you'll also remember that the session. But like he laughed, he was like, yo, what's that? Like it's taking all your focus, like what's happening? So yo, it was my time. My time was now getting close. So guess what? So I remember now I was really becoming consistent, like I was grinding, like I was now making it. But facts are, I wasn't sleeping. Like I would basically spend almost all my time on the charts. Guys are in the hostel room, like conversing or maybe playing some music. Like I'm on my charts learning something new, you know, trying to become better. So now it was from my $300. I remember I traded off for about 2 weeks, and then I'd pushed my $300 account to about $1,000. Now by those days I had a colleague, like we were basically working together, you know, coming up with trades, because he was also in the same journey. Like we were all now blowing up, we were being better traders. So at that point, I think it's when we started up a Telegram channel. So we opened up the Telegram channel just, you know, for other traders to join in and form kind of a community, you know, so we can always share the ideas on what we have actually learned. So that was the journey. We basically now had a Telegram channel, and of course the community was kind of growing, like there were more traders coming in. Now back to my trading journey. So in the first 2 weeks, I was about $1,000 on my account. So $1,000 is big money. It's some big money in the local currencies. But I was still at school, but I dropped out. You know, you're just staying in the school hostels, but you've dropped out because you have used the tuition. You're not allowed to access the lectures, so you literally drop out, you know. So I was a dropout, but I was basically just using the school hostels to get accommodation. But I was planning on now leaving completely. So I was about $1,000 in my first 2 weeks, and I decided to leave school, like leave everything and get outside and start up a new life. But I was still young, like depending on the age you're supposed maybe to move out and start doing things on your own. So like I was kind of young, so even my parents still didn't know about this. They didn't know about this. My promise was, like, the promise I'd made to myself was like, I want to tell dad and mom about this, or that I left school when I'm somewhere, like at least I've pushed somewhere, you know, like I've made something for myself. So I didn't want to share this with them, because I knew if I would have done that, like they would have been like, now what's that? You know, that's the poorest decision I've actually made in your life. Go back to school. You know, such things. So I didn't want to tell them about that. So now it was all about me, like to figure out the ways, you know, like to trade and build up my account and become a better trader. Now all that was happening. So last year was 2021. Now that's when all the magic happened. Now that's when everything literally happened, like blowing up, you know. So it was about $1,000. But now remember, at least when you clock about $1,000, you're going to be able to ensure proper risk management. It means if you are doing proper risk management, when you make about, let's say, three losses and 5 wins, you're a profitable trader. Either ways, if you make 3 wins and 5 losses, while you are ensuring the proper risk management rules, of course, you are still a profitable trader. Now, like I was kind of growing my account, so when I reached my $1,000 milestone, like I felt like it was now my time to move up. Now, a keynote in here, remember, guys, is when you actually now believe in yourself, trust me, now you are going to be somewhere. Because if you actually still have the negative mind, it's a bit so hard. Now note this, when I made my first $1,000, now I kind of felt like it was my time to be somewhere, like to blow up, you know. So that kind of mindset now that was growing in me, at some point I'd be like, that could have actually attributed to my growth, like that put me somewhere. So like I was now changing, like even my actions, like the trades and all that kind of stuff that I was actually doing was matching my goals, because I had a positive mindset. So that's a keynote for you guys. So growing up now, the $1,000 now, the rest is actually history because it all happened. Now let me go to 2021. I'm like, 2021 is when everything now really happened. So we had started up the Telegram channel like to bring guys in, but I was a better trader, like far better. Like I couldn't even believe that the transformation that happened in my past 2 years was basically like who I was. Like I was also feeling like so amazed because I had really grown up so fast. So I've told you guys, like initially, like I'd gotten a fellow trader, like we were basically trading together, coming up with a few trades, you know, like we had plans of building something big in the country, you know, like bringing up a new generation of traders, you know, people to really be able to trade and make you know, big moves through trading. So like that was the main idea even behind the Telegram channel, like to bring up like kind of a community so we can interact, we can share the knowledge and share ideas. Now keynote here guys is when you reach a given milestone, like when you see like you are now a better person, why not share your success with someone? Like why not educate someone? Because it really doesn't make sense for you to achieve alone. Either ways, if you actually achieve a loan and you've bought a new car, you won't try the loan, it won't be fun. So you would basically need to get someone along, educate that person, you know, so it can be a vibe. So like the main point is share success, don't just be kind of greedy. Now that was the key point. Like we really wanted to bring up that generation of traders. Again, on top of that, if you actually don't share your success with someone, they won't like kind of recognize you, like they won't see your achievements. But then initially for me, like what was in my plans was like immediately when I become a profitable trader, like I want to become someone different. Like I want to inspire people, like I want to teach many people how to trade. Those were my goals, like I had them written down. So we were basically now working towards that. So we had the Telegram channel, of course the community was growing, then many people finding about the Forex content like in the country we're in. Many people didn't know about this. Of course people getting to know about this and like this and this, like it's not legitimate. So we're kind of trying to bring up that awareness and then letting people to know that it's possible to take trading as a career, you know, learning this and that. So we had that. So we decided to come up with something that we needed most of the people, of course, to learn about trading. So we started up the lessons. Now the lessons part of it is, remember these lessons can be provided for free. Facts, I don't want to lie or something. Facts are, you can get these lessons for free on YouTube and everywhere. But yeah, when it's free content, it's not valued. That's the fact. So facts are, it won't make any sense trying to teach someone how to fish, yet you actually don't know how to fish. Nope, that doesn't make sense. So how has that really attributed the journey? Now, here's the part. Of course, now inspiring, of course, people knowing about trading, people knowing that it's possible to make a living of this. You know, many people have really known about trading, of course, because of the Forex bulls. So that was the goal at some point. So yeah, now 2021 is the year that is the year when everything happened. Of course, like showing that someone can be somewhere, you know, like you can basically be at some point. That really makes a lot of sense. So I saw a lot of people who are basically getting motivated, getting inspired. So I was seeing something so clear, like contributing to the community. Like now everyone is now learning about this, everyone is being able to trade, you know. That's the true meaning of success. So 2021, like it was a very great year. Now at some point, of course, like I told you, we were basically working with a colleague. We didn't share the same goals. Like our goals now are kind of becoming different, but because we were growing, like everyone was becoming richer. You know, you are being somewhere, so everyone now wanted to kind of move on, you know, do something different, you know, be somewhere. Or maybe you wanted to buy a luxurious car, or maybe someone else wants, you know, kind of that stuff. So that was the difference. So we basically had to push on alone, like you know, alone, like build something, build an empire, you know. So that's how Forex bulls came along. Now From then, of course, Forex Bulls has grown really so fast. Of course, you guys can notice this. Like, imagine in the past 3 years now, the community has really grown. Like, we are so now recognized. Like, traders trading is now getting recognized in the country. We got hosted on TVs, like, to talk about trading. But guess what? Of course, that all comes from success. Like, when you reach a given milestone, like when you can achieve in what you are doing, all those big things come in. So like at some point we got hosted to talk about trading. So all in all, like, that's how I can basically sum up all my trading journey. From my past 3 years of my trading journey, of course, I can basically say that I learned from my mistakes, learning from my mistakes, and I have really seen success, like tremendous success in this thing. And of course, I know it's a long journey. There are very many big things along the way, like many things to come. I guess you guys can watch this video, and of course the next video that maybe I shall upload, I shall be somewhat different, because it's all about growing. If I'm currently trading on an account of about $10K, next time I could be possibly trading on an account of $50K. Like, it's growth. So that's like, I'm trying to show that there's a given journey, like, that you have to keep moving. When you achieve success today, tomorrow you're going to achieve something different, so you basically keep growing. So a keynote here, guys, is you just have to keep persistent, like keep moving, like keep doing what you're supposed to do. Learn from your mistakes. Of course, if you don't learn from your mistakes, of course, it's now going to be failure, like, because repeated mistakes, it's failure. So you basically have to learn from your mistakes and of course become a better trader, become a better person day by day. So that's what I had for you guys, of course, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the conversation. This was really so nice. Like, I felt like I needed to share this with you guys on here. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed video. See you guys in another video. I'm out.